This is homework number 18, page 146, numbers 1 through 6, 10 through 15, 20 and 21. And the directions are evaluate the expression when a equals to 6 and b equals to 8. Number 1 is 4 plus a. So since we're given the value of 6 for a, we're going to go ahead and plug in a, 6 for a. So therefore we're going to write 4 plus and then parentheses and 6. So remember, because we're substituting in a value, we're gonna include parentheses and put the number 6 in there because that's the value that we're substituting for a. So now 4 plus 6 is 10. Number 2 is a minus 6. So again, we have the value of 6, so we're going to go ahead and plug in 6 for a. And we cannot forget about our parentheses. So 6 minus 6 is 0. And for number 3, I'm going to leave it up to you so that way you can go ahead and practice substituting values. And we can now move on to number 4, 5, and 6. So number 4 reads, write the phrase as an expression. So you're given this phrase and you have to write it as an expression. So we have twice a number x. So twice, that represents 2, right? 2 times. Twice a number x. Well, that number x is unknown, but we know that we have to twice it, whatever it is. So that's basically 2 times x. Twice a number x. Twice meaning 2 times. The next expression, or the next phrase, is 25 more than 50. Here we have the key words of more than, and we have the numbers 25 and 50. So because it's telling us that it's going to be more than, we know that this here represents addition, right? And we have a worksheet that has operation words in Miss Ellsworth's notebook, and it's actually a pink sheet. So, and we also have that in your pamphlet. So definitely more than represents plus, right? 24 more than 50. So we would go ahead and write 24 more than 50. Or you could also write 50 plus 25. Remember that addition is commutative, but it would not be the same case for subtraction. Number 6 reads 40 divided by 5. So here the keyword is divided. And obviously we know that divided or division is this little symbol here, the division sign, because you're dividing. And it says 40 divided by 5. So we have 40 divided by 5 because they're literally telling us 40, right? And then divided by 5. Now moving on to number 10 and 11. Here it's telling us to use what? Use a distributive property to simplify the expression, and we have 2 expressions, 10 and 11. Okay, there we go. We have the expressions 10 and 11. So the distributive property, remember, is basically multiplying the number outside of the parentheses to every term inside of the parentheses. So therefore we're going to multiply or distribute this 4 to this x, and then the same 4 to 8. So we have 4 times x, right? And then plus, we bring the plus down, and then again 4 times 8. So now we can just go ahead and simplify. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 8 is 32, and don't forget the plus sign, and that's it for that one. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for this other expression. You're going to distribute 12 to y, and then 12 to negative 5, or minus 5. So you're going to have 12y minus 12 times 5 is 60. And that's your solution for that. Now for number 12, you have an expression that includes parentheses and you have a minus 6 in the end. So we're going to go ahead and first use the distributive property. So we're going to go ahead and distribute this 4 to the q, and then 4 to the positive 2. So 4 times q is 4q, and then 4 times 2 is 8. We bring the plus down, and then we bring down the negative 6. We can't forget about it. And now we're going to simplify by combining the like terms, meaning the numbers that look the same, or not look the same, but are very similar in terms of, for example, if you have 8 and 6, these are like terms because they're just numbers. They're constants without a variable. But 4q is a term that includes a variable, so therefore this is in another group. So 8 and 6 are like terms, right? And we have plus 8 minus 6. So 8 minus 6 is what? 2, right? So that's 2. So we're done with this, and we bring down the plus sign and the 4q. So can we combine anything else? No, because 4 has a q variable and 2 does not have a variable q, so therefore we leave it as is. And number 13, you can go ahead and give it a try. Number 14, 15, 20, and 21 are going to be solved in the next video.